Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and here we go. Are we ready for the final haul? My camera's crooked. Let's see if I can straighten. There we go. That makes me feel better. Anyway, sorry. Here's the final haul of my Onstage 2026. So the last couple days, 2 days ago, Monday and Tuesday, I showed you a bunch of stuff. I have 3 more swaps to show you, and then I decided I'm going to case one of the cards that I showed you, and I'm actually going to make a card at the end of the video. So without further chatting, I guess you'll say, here's this was a demonstrator choice with Michael Dial. I'm terrible at names. I told you that 100 times. But these are small swaps, so they'll go fast. But I was thinking, laying in bed last night, like, why swap? Why do you go and make tons of swaps and tons of things? And I'll tell you why. Because when you're standing in line, sometimes swaps are in person and sometimes you just hand them off and they hand them back to you. But when you're in person swapping and you see those, you know, familiar faces or friends that you haven't seen in a long time, or you make new friends, but it's all about seeing the people hand you their creation they're so proud of, and then you hand it back, you hand theirs to them, and it's just a really happy, fun time. I think that's what I like most about swapping, is just the social part of it and meeting new people. But then the other part of it is that when you come home and you have all these swaps, you see tons of new product that you might have missed in the catalog, because there is tons out there and you can't remember all of it. And you get new color combinations that you can see. And then you can like recreate your own cards with ideas and inspiration from them. So as I linger on anyway, that's probably why I like to swap. There's probably way more reasons, but those are a bunch of reasons. So if you get a chance to swap, I suggest you do, just because, holy cow, it's fun. Okay, anyway, sorry. So this swap is like I said, it's a demo choice, so who knows what's going to be in there. This is what my swap was. So if you watch my videos, you saw me make this card. But I mean, look how pretty. This is that, remember we talked about that bronze paper that was so pretty that you got to see in person? Look how pretty that paper is. And just a few little sprigs of die cutting on there in the ribbon. It's a beautiful card. Look at that. Oh, I need to tell you who it's from. Betty. And you know what? Today, I'm sorry, I'm not saying last name. So Betty, if this is your card, pronounce your last name for me. I'm terrible at that stuff. But love your card, Betty. Thank you so much. And look how pretty this one is. This is pretty because they put the little die cuts on the stamping. And that's Sandy. Ooh, I can remember her last name is Carlson. Thank you, Sandy. Look how pretty and simple, just a monochromatic. Is that the right word for a color? Just 2 colors in a card? There's that embossing folder that I like so much that now I have on my order. But she stamped it and then just placed those little die cut pieces on her card. And I think it's beautiful. And of course the arches are just add everything to it. There's nothing on the inside, but really pretty card. Pretty card. Here's more bugs, so if you need bug inspiration, tons of bug cards this time. This is from Cindy. So thank you, Cindy, for swapping with me. Look how cute. There again, this is all the designer series paper. You probably can't see, but she added Winka Stella on there, and that just makes it pop. It's a really pretty card. And then on the inside, oh, I remember what's special about this one. You ever want to tie string, or in this case, it's baker's twine around your card and not go all the way around? Look, she just put the baker's twine under the piece of designer series paper, so the inside is pretty, and yet it covers up those ends of the baker's twine. Nice, Sandy. Good idea. I'll probably not steal. I'll probably flatter you and do some of your ideas on my future cards. This is a cute card. Kathy. Well, there you go, because Kathy Schmidt and I have the same name, even spelled the same. Look how cute this is. Are you ready? So it goes like this, lays flat, and then it pops up like this and sits on your desk. Is that not adorable? Look at that little sheep. So cute. I love the words on here. You're simply fabulous. That's funny. And then let's celebrate on the front. But let me tuck his little feet in there. There we go. But I love that card. Now this fold's been around for a long time, but never goes out of style. I gotta love that. And the bright purples, great card. Who did I say? Kathy. Oh, that's right. How soon we forget, huh? I can't find the opening to this envelope. Oh, it's on the wrong side. because I've looked at all these before. This is an interesting card too, and I hope the name is still in here, but oh, yes, there it is, Terry Gaines. Terry Gaines. How nice to swap with you, Terry. Oh, it's attached as a sticky note. Okay, so look how cute this is. This card opens like this. Yeah, I thought there was something on the back, but that's just her name. And then you write the inside. So all of this is embossed with another new folder. Look at that one. Love that one too. She even did a little bit of coloring on the inside. Well, no, this is all colored. Wow. That little For You is very soft. Look how pretty that card is. Love the designer series paper on this one too. And I can't tell you what that is. I'm sure it's in the catalog, but now I have a sample of it. Blah, blah, blah. It must be early in the morning. I don't do early mornings, but I got the opportunity to go bowling today, so I thought I'll maybe hurry up and get ready and come do my video so I can still bowl this afternoon. Now this is Karen Titus. You ever watch Karen Titus and her husband Tim? They are as sweet in person as they are on their videos, and he is just a hoot. So there you go, that's Karen and Tim. But look how cute and simple. Now this is the bundle that I'm going to use when I make my my card after this video, or after these swaps. I'm going to make a card, and this is the same. This suite just keeps going and going. It is so nice. This is all cut out from the designer series paper. Love that card. Thank you, Karen, for swapping with me, and I'll show you more of those products, like I said, at the end of the video when I do my video, or I do my card. Come on, Kathy. Oh, this is Michael. Nope, Kelly McBeath. Okay, sorry, Kelly. Look how cute. She just used the ribbon to make those stripes on there. Usually you see cardstock on there, but this time it's ribbon, and that looks really cute. She also did some, I'm assuming, blending on the embossing folder so it really pops. Look at that. That's a really nice card. This is one of those cards that you could make a bunch of because they're simple, but yet they still have that wow that just makes you love them. Okay, this is Anne, and I'm not gonna, Asharo, oh, terrible at names. Anne, thank you for the swap. This has got another embossing folder. This swap's all about the embossing folders. It's that new little ladybug embossing folder. Look how cute that is. This You Brighten My Day. I remember this one now too, because the fun part is when you open it, that little circle's on the inside, but yet it pops through the front. And more little ladybugs. Great swap. Thank you, Anne. Look how cute that is. She only embossed the front and then laid it on the back, and it's on a card base. Nice. Love that one too. And then the last one of this swap, like I said, this is a kind of small swap compared to some of the other ones. This is Karen, and this is pretty pink, which you gotta love pretty and pink, with the little bunny. Look how cute that is. Very simple stamping, but yet still a wow card. She's got that embossing, which I love, the eyelet folder. I know which one that one is because I use it all the time. And this layer back here, this pink layer back here, is a shimmer paper. Look how pretty that is. Nice, cute Easter card. Boy, I could case those and make a bunch of Easter cards out of that, which I just might do. All right, who was that again? That was Karen. Thank you, Karen. Love the swaps. Okay, that was that one swap. Now let's move to the next one. This one is the same Michael Bell. Did I dial? Whichever. Oh, sorry, Michael. And this is a birthday swap. So again, if you watch my channel, this is the card that I made. I thought it turned out really cute. In fact, I sent out one of these to Natalie White. She is now our field supervisor, field success manager. There we go, something like that. And I found out her birthday's like the day after tomorrow. And so I sent her that card for her birthday. Happy birthday, Natalie, which I think might be today. Wait, she said, I'm not going to worry about it. Her birthday is sometime in March. And so, yay, happy birthday, Natalie. Okay, so look at this card. This is using that Zoo Safari stamp set. Now, see, this is a good example of the annual catalog. People not remembering, because came out a long time ago. It's really a cute stamp. Oh, this is Anne again. Oshire, I think her name was. This is another embossing folder that I absolutely love, and this is part of the suite that we're going to make the card from later. But look, just a cute little zebra on the front, and happy birthday, you party animal. Isn't that cute? You bet your Bippy will be making that card. Maybe sending those out too. I wonder what this is from. This is not from the Animal Safari, is a punch bundle. So I don't know where those leaves come from, but they sure do look cute on the card. Thank you. Okay, so this is from Evelyn. Nope, Norris. I did do her last name. Oh, I remember this one too. This one is a fancy fold, and when you open it up, it pops up, and then you can put money or a gift card or something like that in there. And aren't those turtles cute? I mean, oh, too bad he lost his head. Well, we still got the bike. But there's the little turtle. You can just imagine that his face is smiling because he's on his bike. Little Stampin' on the inside. This ribbon is so soft and pretty. I've never seen that before too, so it was nice to see that live also. So great card, great thing. If I took that apart, although we've made these cards before, you just glue that little strip up there and that's what pulls it up and fold it under. This is a simple fold, but a wow when you make them. All right, thanks again. And I forgot her name, Anne, right? Evelyn. Oops, sorry, Evelyn. Loved your swap. Look at this one. This one's really cute too, using that bag. This little die here, the bag set. Let's open it up and see. So this is Cindy. I think Cindy, we might have seen other swaps from Cindy. Oh well. Lots of swaps, can't keep it all straight, but I'm trying. Looky there. Isn't that cute? This little bag, and it's kind of like 3D. It's pop. Oh, you can't see it because of the video. There we go. Get on camera, Kathy. And then the little extras, like the little tag hanging out and little thing in the pocket. That's a very cute card. And there again, that bug with the designer series paper. And she put Wink Stella all over that one again, too. So cute. Look at the inside. Has that special, I don't think I've opened this one, a little special touch on the inside. Isn't that sweet? All right, love that one. Like I said, all my swaps this time were just like amazingly good. This is Betty. I know we've seen Betty. I've seen that name before. Betty, and that's when I can't pronounce her last name. This one, simple, sweet, love it. Love, love, love. How she took and just wove together those tags with the designer series paper and how soft and pretty. I love this card, Betty. Looky there. Cue the confetti. Celebrate. Love, love, love it. Little bow on there. I don't know this one. This has got the brick embossing folder on the back. It's all about embossing folders today. Here's another embossing folder. This one's just as good as all the other ones. Looky there, happy birthday. This is that great big daisy. I'm not going to get the name of it, but look how cute that is. And this one pops up on the inside. That's that pop-up posy, I think it's called, stamp set and die. The same thing I used on another one of my swaps off. Well, I'm not going to show you again, but you can look at my other videos and see how I made this card. Now, I didn't do the pop-up on the inside. Maybe I should have. Shame on me. The other thing about this card that I absolutely love is, look, she just took some linen thread and tied it around that little vase, and that just finished it off. Very nice. Who was this again? This was, shoot, I thought it was someone that we recognized. Debbie. Did I not tell you her name? Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. Love it. Love, love, love it. This is a cute one, too. Look at that great big happy birthday using those banners and alphabet die. This is Celia. And look how cute that is. You talk about very simple, just a little bit of die cutting. She used those great big banner dies and made sure the top didn't cut through the paper, and the card folds like that. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Happy birthday, everybody. This one's from Treese Burdette. This one is a sticky envelope. There we go. How cute this masculine one is. Have you seen this gear set? I don't know the name of it offhand, but she used all the foils and stuff to cut out all those gears and such. And then even splattered is embossed in copper. And look how cute that card is. There you can see all the shine from the foil paper. And then on the inside, just some simple stamping. But look how cute that card is. Love it. Love it, love it. Thank you, Treese. Okay, two more. Here we go. So this one is from Dolores Norris. Dolores Norris. That's fun to say. Happy birthday, Dolores Norris. Looky here, the cute. Using those, oh, come on, Kathy. Nature. Nope, can't come up with it. Spotlight on nature dies. There we go. Good job. Here's another embossing folder. Now, I don't know the name of that one, but love that embossing folder too. And now maybe that'll be something I have to get. Little butterflies are cute. Lots of dimension or gems. Pretty card. Nice layering. Okay, last one. Oh, this is from Karen Titus again. So remember I talked about Karen and Tim and how sweet they are. Look how cute this is. Now, this is like a package with a bow tied at the top, just using that designer series paper, and that's the one with the gold or the bronze in it again. That's a simple but yet really cute card. Thank you, Karen. Love that one too. Alrighty, that's my birthday swap. I have this next one is a bigger swap. This is called a non-shoebox swap. Sherry Robinson used to go to Onstage, and you would take all your supplies and you would sit down and you would make all your cards by the other demonstrators and go home with swaps that you actually made yourself but didn't have to bring all the supplies. And now Sherry's not doing it anymore, but a couple of her team, and I'm not going to remember their names, do a non-shoebox swap. So you just hand them your swaps, and then a couple of days later they hand you back all of their swaps. And you know what? There's mine. Here's mine. If you saw me make that card, this was the card for my swap, or my swap for this swap. My swap for this swap? Anyway, like I said, it's early. These are a bunch of nice cards in here too. So this is Tracy's card. And it's a shaker card. Can you see those little gold bits in there? I won't make you sick by shaking it. But look how cute that is. Now you want to talk about bright, vibrant colors. The Berry Burst with the Blackberry Bliss. Ooh, I got my colors right. Good, Kathy. Go together nicely. And this stamp set, I would have never put those two colors together, but look how nice it turned out. A little bit of designer series paper back there. Very nice card. Thank you. Oh, I lost her name. There it is. Tracy. I can't even remember the names from when I opened the card until I tell them thank you. I met this lady. This lady and I were picking up our cards at the same time. What a nice lady. What is her name? Tina. And she told me about her card, that this one was hers, with the race cars on there. And look at this fancy fold. We've done this fold before too, but look how cute those race cars pop up, and then it can sit on your desk. Vroom, vroom. I think that's a really cute card. Here's another embossing folder, and I don't remember what it's called. I want to say swirly something, but I don't know if that's right. But that's a cute card too. There's a little bit of stamping down here. Looks like two-step stamping. I wonder if the cars are two-step. No, it looks like she colored the cars. I don't know. A little touch of decoration on that. I don't know. That's a cute card. Nicely done. Thank you, Tina. And it was very nice to meet you. Here's Vicky Sanders. I'm going to put this back in here so when I put it back in there, we'll know who to give credit to. So Vicky's card, and there's those little dogs again. That's cute. This is a cute card. I had lent this stamp set out to a good friend of mine, and as soon as I get it back, I'm going to be making some cards. The little border down here, I mean, this is just nicely put together. Just a little bit of coloring. These little thingies back here make the card. So if you ever look at your card and you think, oh, it needs bling, and you don't have the right color, just cut out little pieces of paper and stick them on there. Nicely done. Very nice card, Vicky. Thank you for swapping with me. Here's, let's see, who is this? This is, oh, another Kathy. Yay, Kathy. And she spelled her name the same as mine. Not that it matters. I love all Kathys, whether we spell it the same or not. Looky, they're just really pretty. That designer series paper, you gotta love this designer series paper. Here's another embossing folder, and I can't remember what that one's called, but that's one of my new favorites. I use that one quite a bit. And on the inside, nice layering, just a little touch of stamping. Really cute card. This is part of the die set. If you're interested in this one, it has two, it's a mega suite, and it has two die bundles in there, and even the labels are part of the bundle, which I find very nice. Okay, pinched paper card. Let's see a name here. Stephanie. She got me, look, all the dimensions and all the tips and directions. Nicely done. Thank you, Stephanie. Let's see if we can get it out of here. Oh, this is we did this. Do you remember this one? Look how pretty that, see, on both sides of that paper is. I don't remember what that's fold is. What are they called? Pinch what? Pinched paper card. Look how cute. Nicely done. Thank you, Stephanie. Love that card. Okay. Layering the circles, can't go wrong. Let's see, this one is Karen. And I missed her last name. That's that big flower I've been noticing. Karen Chesterman. All those colors. Talk about nice color combinations, and all she did was take the colors from the designer series paper, and this designer series paper is that one that has the copper. This is supposed to be put there. This way I can write on it first before I tape it down, so that's a pretty good idea. And look at all those layers in different colors together. Very pretty. Nice. I bet those designer series, this is probably the back of this. I don't have this paper, but like I said, you need to see it in person because, wow, it's got some foil on there that's really pretty. This is Flossie's card. Let's see. Oh, yep, this is using that same bundle we're going to use to make my card afterwards. A little bit of fancy fold, lots of the different designer series papers in this card. You can even see some of it back here where she stamped right on that designer series paper. Love it. Love, love, love. I like the greens and the blues and the, I think that's beige together. Great card. Thank you so much, Flossie. Here's another one. This is called like the simple stamping. So there's a lot of stamping, a little bit of die cutting in that label. And look how cute that is. I'm trying to remember what stamp set that is. We used that at the virtual retreat. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Never mind. I did a card class called the Virtual Card Retreat, and I did a couple more classes, and now I can't keep them all straight. But look how pretty that card is. Who did we say this was? Lynn Tillery. Thank you, Lynn, for swapping with me. Beautiful card. Love the colors on that one, too. Look at this one. This one is from Jackie Hardy. This is a really cute card. I'm using those brand new jars. And it opens up like this. Love you very much. I thought the jar might open, but it doesn't. But look, it's got the little silver utensil back there, little coloring on the berries. This is a new label that's in that die set of this one, and I think that's going to be used a lot. You're going to see that one a lot. It's got the stitching on it and the stripes on it. It's just a really cool. This whole thing, I love this designer series paper. This is in my order. I think it's going to get here tomorrow. So I'll be making some cards with that too. Let's see, this is Dana Miller. Let's see if I can get Dana's card out of here. Oh yeah, look, she took that washi tape, put it on a piece of white cardstock, and then cut it so it looks like my card is tiled. Is that not cute? Putting all those little squares on there must have taken you some time. Thank you so much, Dana. There's the little butterflies I used on my swap. I love those too. Can you see it there? Little butterflies. Did I tell you in the new catalog, just a hint, hint, hint to get you excited, there are some new butterfly embellishments on there that, yippee, I can hardly wait to get my hands on those. This one has no name. Doggone it, no name on my swap. And look how pretty that designer series paper is. Just a little fancy fold, a little bit of stamping, really cute. Oh, and then if you look closer, you can't probably see on camera, but she put Wink Estella on all of her little flowers. Give it that little shimmer. Nicely done. I wished I knew who to give credit to, but there's no name on that one. This one is, well, has all the elements. Oh, Morgan, something Morgan, because it has her email, but I didn't see her name on there. Although, bear with me, it's very tiny, tiny print. And it's probably my eyes and not the print. And I have to go back and try to see if I can find. Nope, I don't think it says on there. But this one says what stamp set this is when I was talking about it. Gears and Texture Bundle. There it is. Look how pretty this one is. Even masculine pretty with that copper and the dark blue, the Night of Navy. And then there's pieces of the, nope, this is all stamped. This isn't even designer series paper. Wow, not Morgan, something Morgan. That's a beautiful card. And then the metal embellishments over here that just added off. I mean, this is a wow factor right there. But yet very simple and easy to make. A little bit of die cutting, quite a bit of stamping, but that's, I think it's the colors. I can't get over it. I looked at this card before, because look, that's Cajun Craze, but that really brings out the copper and the die cutting. Yeah, I didn't really give that card as much credit. That's a nicely done. Way to go. Here you can really see the embossing folder on this card. Oh, there's no envelope. Who is this? She just has an email. So Summer, I'm going to say. And look how pretty that embossing folder on that copper paper. This is from the ephemera pack that I use this all the time too. Nice card. Thank you so much for swapping with me. This one looks like it doesn't have a name on it either. Shame on you, because now I can't give you credit. And look, oh no, this is the one that opens this way, and you put a little gift card in there. Love those bright sunny colors too. There's some more of those Spotlight Nature dies. This one, remember, this is the one I call the paper plate. Oh, stop it, Kathy. Okay, sorry. This one is from Nancy Alvarez. Look, I got a name right. Pat me on the back. Wait. There we go. And look how pretty this is. Now here's that another embossing folder. This is the Vines and Stones or something like that. She just took and did a little bit of blending on there, a little bit of die cutting, and look how pretty that is. Z-fold. Nicely done. What did I say her name was? Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. It is all about the embossing folders today, is it not? We've seen a lot of different embossing folders made by Sarah. Sarah McCollin. Hope I did that right. Look how cute this card is. This one has, stay over there. This one has a belly band. You slip the belly band off. Try to get your stuff to stay on a pile, and then it opens like this. And look at how pretty that designer series paper is. I don't know what the designer series paper that is. See, that's why we need the swaps. I'll go look that up. It doesn't say on here. But now I can go look in the catalog or online and find that designer series paper, because now I know. I mean, look how pretty it is. And I don't remember it at all. I did see this designer series paper on a Spotlight video from Stampin' Up, but I can't remember what the name of it is. Even these little embellishments here is really pretty. And this is part of that stamp set, that same stamp set that I told you I did the class, and it has the dies in there. That's another one of those dies that's in that bundle. If you want the name, you got to let me know, and I'll look it up and try to let you know. This is from Diane Hammond. Oh, I think I got her name right too. And look how cute that is. This is the paper. Oh, look, it opens up here. Oh, it's on just a piece of card base, so it just has a quarter sheet of cardstock on the back, and then you open it like that. And look how cute that is. Oh, I'm so excited to be getting this paper. I have the bundle. I just didn't order the paper. And then when I saw the paper, I thought, why didn't you order the paper? So I did. And these little embellishments are adorable. Okay, very nicely done. Let's give her credit one more time. Diane, thank you so much for swapping with me. Here's more of that paper. You gotta love it. Maybe that's why I had to get it. So look how cute that is. There's that, the label that comes with that die set. And just a little bit of berry. She must have colored these. There's those little embellishments again. Oh, wait, we have a hair on there. Oh, well, I'll get it off later. And then a little bit of stamping on the inside. I'll have to look into where that little heart comes. Maybe that's part of the dice too, the little heart. I need to look at those better. Okay, two more. Here we go. Oh, no, well, kind of three. And I'll show you. And then I'll quickly make a card. And my card shouldn't take long. Like I said, I want to go bowling, so I don't want to keep you here all day either. This is, well, this is Problems. So this came out of one of those cards was Linda's, and it came out of the wrong thing when we were looking through them. So Linda, one of those cards is yours. Thank you for swapping with me. This is Nicole. And ready for this one? First of all, look at those color combinations, and that designer series paper is absolutely adorable. But then when you flip this up, you have it like that. Can you see it? Is that not adorable? I've made these cards before. I'm pretty sure I did it on a video. This fun fold like that. But that is a cute card. And that designer series paper, I need to get busy and start cutting that designer series paper out. Because have you seen all the different little bugs from that designer series paper? They're all adorable. Thank you for swapping with me. This one, maybe this card is Nicole's that I found. Oh, sorry, if it's your card, just leave a comment. Although I don't think they'll see my video. Anyway, that was rude. Look how cute this card is, and it opens up like this. And it's one of those step cards, I think they're called. and it's got a real twist with the angle cut here. This is one that I had my friends ask me to make a video. So this one you'll see later in my videos, figuring out how to do the dimensions for that angle cut right there. And I'm assuming that this is probably Linda's card, but I got it mixed up when we were looking through swaps. Look how cute that is. Love it. Love, love, love. Okay, then the last thing in my swaps, and I'm assuming this was a thank you from who put the swaps together, but look how cute this little necklace and earrings are. So they just took that designer series paper and put it in there and put that clear thing on top. Same with the earrings, and look how cute those are. Nice. Thank you so much, ladies, for putting the swap together and for the little thank you gift. That was over the top. Okay, that's my second swap. Now, I want to tell you a couple things before I get started on my making a card. So, we talked yesterday, and I talked to you about how when you see product and you're like, I don't recognize it, I found this paper. It's called the Floral Charm. I have this designer series paper and didn't even know I did, and I told you how pretty it is. Well, now I know where it came from. I was pretty excited, and I wanted to share that with you because I kept telling you I think it was retired. It is not retired. Floral Charm. That's where that designer series paper. And this was the card I said, if you place an order with me this month, I'll send you the card. And I did. Got an order. And so, Connie Gerton, thank you. I'm going to be sending you that card. I might just give it to you at class because she's coming on the 28th. Anyway, okay. Another card that was noticed on my video is the book card here. So I'll be making this card sometime soon on a video for you. And then the other thing was Missy's little pouch. The demonstrators at Onstage asked me to figure out the dimensions of Missy's little pouch. So I will be doing that as a video too. But not this Monday. This Monday, I got my paper pumpkin in the mail yesterday. And if you know how I am about paper pumpkin, I almost put this video off until Monday to play with paper pumpkin. But I told myself no, because I promised I wouldn't. So Monday will be paper pumpkin. And it's a cute kit. I can hardly wait to show it to you. Okay, so one Monday, Tuesday, one of these days, I showed you this card. This is Alicia Ray's. And I believe Karen, who watches my videos, thank you, Karen, wanted the dimensions for this one. I hope I got the right swap because, well, I'm not very smart. And when you're trying to message back and forth, sometimes you get the wrong the wrong idea. But anyway, so I'm going to make this card for you today. And I have all the measurements. This will be what will be on my gallery attached to this video. So give me a few minutes. It might be done tonight because, like I said, I want to go bowling. So I'm going to hurry after this video and go bowling. And then tonight when I get home, I'll do my video onto YouTube. And I'll have all the dimensions on my gallery. BeCreativeWithKathy.com. But so I'm going to take Alicia Ray's card and make it into my own. And I'll give you all the dimensions as we go. So then in practicing, because I don't want to come here like not prepared, haha, what would that look like compared to when I am prepared, which is crazy. I did make a little Easter card. This is the same thing, same fold. I thought this one turned out really cute using that Easter basket bundle and designer series paper, and then it opens like that. This little flower is so cute with the die cuts. Should have been using that all the time. But look, I got one Easter card done. Yay, Kathy. Okay, let me show you now. Let's make a video, huh? Or make a card. We're already in a video. First of all, let me show you the suite I'm using because I think it is sweet. That was a fun word. Remember the ribbon that I got at the Denver Demo Mingle? This is part of the suite. That pretty cloud cover ribbon. There's designer series paper, which, wow. Look at this. I want to show you at least this sheet. This designer series paper is beautiful. It's really like this. And I already took and cut it apart, which I shouldn't have because I already had one cut, long story. But we're going to use one of these panels on our card today. And what you do is you just cut those out. They're 4x6 and they fit perfect on the Memory More cards and envelopes that we sell. And so if you want to make quick cards, those are great for that. But there's designer series papers, great for many, many more things. The embossing folder I showed you earlier on that card, that's part of this suite. And embellishments, here they are. These embellishments here called the Moody Palette. glossy dots. Love those. We're going to be using those on our card today. And then the bundle is the lovely arrangements. And let me show you the dies. Well, I'm going to take the dies out. Let me put this away. Oh, I took my table down. I had an extra table up in my room for Onstage stuff, and I took it down, and now I don't have any place to put anything. I need to put it back up. So here's the dies, like this, and my stamp set. Oh, and just, okay, hold on 2 seconds. My stamp set is clean in the other room, so hang on, let me grab my stamps. Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. Okay, when I do a big project, I take my stamps to the bathroom and I clean them in the sink rather than, but here's my stamp, so now I can make my card. Whew, that was a close one. Okay, but anyway, so let me show you what I've die cut out of the dies, just so you know what we have on hand. And I'm going to try this at my class too, and I hope it goes well, that I've done all the die cutting and then they'll just stamp on the little pieces. If not, then we'll go ahead and die cut them so they don't mess up their, I don't want their card to be a mess because they couldn't stamp on these little pieces, but I think it's so much faster. I'm going to start trying that at my classes. Okay, here's my cardstock pieces. I have all of them here, but I want to show you which die cut pieces. I took the designer series paper and I cut it out from this die. I took a label. It's in Secret C, and I cut it out of this die. These little strips, and I cut out 2 of them in case I mess one up, and I have one stamped right there in case I really mess it up, is out of this one. I cut out a few white leaves from this thing. I cut out some little flowers, and I cut out some big flowers. So that's what I've done. This piece here, let me show you what it does. I had a sample here. Now I'm not going to find it, am I? I wanted to show you what that piece does, and it works really well. Oh, let me show you like, oh, here it is. I found it. Oh, if I was Susan Campbell, you'd take a drink. It cuts it like this. So look how cute that is. And then I did a class at Stampin' Up using this bundle, which I believe is still available. So if you have the bundle and you want to do a class to see more ideas, they have all the measurements and cutting instructions. But on one of my cards, I'll show you what we did with that die cut. There's, first of all, we made tags, although I kind of turned them into bookmarks. This one I didn't turn into a bookmark, and I wish I would have. But this one, I just separated it, and you can put it in there if you're between your pages and make that into a bookmark. But look how cute that is. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. Here's all of our little bookmarks. Here's a little book that we made out of 1 sheet of designer series paper, and you fold it and cut it and take it into a little book. Is that not cute? Now I haven't finished my book. You'll see here's all my extra little pieces and parts that my book needs to be put together. Okay, anyway, digress. This is what I wanted to show you. They showed us how to make an envelope because we made a 5x7 card, and this right here, this is what we used this die for. We just made it out of vellum. We made a stencil, and we were able to stencil those little stars in the card. Isn't that cute? Love that one. So I'll probably use that more for masking, but you never know. Okay, let's go on. Wait, okay, I have 2 more things to show you. I'm so sorry. Show you, share, share, share. Here's the, when I first got this bundle, I loved those big pieces, right? So I cut one out, and then I thought, well, I want to see it through the front of the card. So I made a little window like that, and then this card opens like this. I should do that card on the video, huh? Is that cute? I love this card. Let me open it one more time. And then I had these pieces on the inside that I die cut from this. So you got to do something with those, and looky there. I just made a real quick, simple card. Send in smiles, and I'll make that. So we might do that on video too. Lots of video ideas later. But right now, let's case. Let me bring back in Alicia Ray's card. Let's case this card, and I'll give you all the dimensionals. Now, I have this in my head, what we're going to do, so this might be interesting. Okay, so first of all, I have a piece of here. This is Secret C, and this is a 4 1/4 by 11 inches scored at 5 1/2. So we're going to just take that and get our card base all ready. Okay. Then I have a piece of cloud cover, and these, I chose these colors because they're just part of the designer series paper. Now I took one of those big 4x6 panels and I cut it down to, let me find my measurements so I know for sure. Okay, 5 inches by 3 3/4. And I made sure that I saw more of the pattern up here than down here, because if you look, some of it's going to be covered up. Most of it is covered up, and I wanted it to peek out the top. So this again is 5 inches by 3 3/4. Now my cloud cover is 10 1/4 inches by 4 inches, and I scored it at 5 1/4 and 7 3/4. And like I said, all these dimensions I'm going to put on my gallery, BeCreativeWithKathy.com. So don't worry about writing them down. You can go over there. I'll put the link in the description later tonight after I go bowling. And they'll all be right there for you. So then it folds and looks like that, right? That's how we're going to make this little piece right here. Okay, one more time. 10 1/4 by 4, scored at 5 1/4 and 7 3/4. Okay, now I think I've told you this is not a new fold. I've seen this fold around. I've seen it several times. So there might be other demonstrators out there that actually have other dimensions for this card, but I copied Alicia Ray's card and this is what I came up with. So right now I'm going to just go ahead and put this, I believe, yes, on the front of my card, and I'm going to just use tape runner. I'm not going to use it sparingly. I'm going to make sure I put quite a bit on there, because we're going to be tugging on that front piece to open and close the card. So it fits, look, right like that. Beautiful layer on our card. Ta-da! Let's go ahead and put this piece on the, I guess, would you call that the front, or is that called the inside? But look, this piece is going to fit nicely right there. And I like how this cloud cover layer really brings out this little colors on the inside of the flower. And look like there, look, we're almost done. Okay, so on the inside, no wait, we're going to do the inside because I want to stamp on this piece. So we'll do the inside layer. This piece is just 5 1/4 by 4, a regular layer that's going to go on the inside. This is 5 inches by 3 3/4, just layers nicely. It's going to just mat this one like this on the inside. But like I said, I want to stamp on here real quick. Okay, I have my chamois here just in case. Here's the one more piece. This piece is, and you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just put this on there too. I'm going to just use my seal. And this, like I said, I cut out of there. But if you want to add a piece of designer series paper on here, it's 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. But this piece fit on there very nicely. So I'm going to use a die cut piece on there instead. Okay, then where did my ribbon go? I'm going to take my ribbon here and I'm going to wrap, and I'm going to just cheat and put some tape like this and just wrap my ribbon around the front. I thought about putting a bow on there, and then I thought, I don't have room. There's not enough room on this card for a bow on the front. So I'm going to just wrap it around, and I'm going to have my seam, hold on, it's not very tight, let go. I'm going to have my seam in the front, and then that way I can cover it with my other embellishments, or my tags and my flowers, and that way it'll be seamless. Okay, let's try to cut this off. Kathy's all thumbs. Okay, there we go. Now we have the front of our card done. Let's do just a little bit of stamping and let's see how I do. First of all, I need my Pierce mat because we're going to use photopolymer, and I need something dark so I can see through my stamp to stamp on my flowers. And we're going to stamp this flower, this leaf, and this flower. I cut out 2 at a time so they're kind of sticking together, but there we go. That's another cool thing with those outline dies like that, and you have white cardstock, you can run 2 at a time, and even regular cardstock, you can run 2 at a time and it goes twice as fast. So when you're cutting for a class, or if you're cutting for multiple swaps or whatever, it just helps go a little bit faster. And then I'm going to try and stamp on that little strip right there. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to try to stamp on that little strip. Wish me luck. Are we ready? I just re-inked re-inked my Secret C, so he should be happy and juicy. I'm going to get my head in the camera just to warn you. But look, because they're photopolymer, oh, it's going to work fine. And I'm not applying a lot of pressure because that's a really thin stamp. Oh, surprise. But look, I did really good. Yay, go Kathy. Okay, so then I'm going to keep this out because we're going to use that again. And I'm going to use Cloud Cover. Now remember, Cloud Cover is one of those ink pads that Stampin' Up! Had some issues with or whatever. So I just took an ink spot and put some re-inker in there and made my own Cloud Cover ink spot. And I have a dauber there for my Seaside Secret C ink. So I'm going to take my flower and I'm going to ink it up. And what I'm trying to do here is to mimic this flower here. So it's two-toned, it's not two-step stamping. So I take and ink my flower up good with the Cloud Cover, and then with my dauber, I'm going to just lightly tap that center. Try to keep it in the center. Let's see how I did. Oh, not too bad. Like that. And then I'm going to moisten the ink and stamp that down on my little die cut piece here. And since, like I said, it's white on that dark pierce mat, I can get it pretty close. I think this is going to work for class. I think this is going to make things easier. We can do more die cutting, and look how pretty. I didn't stay too close to the center. I missed a little on the edges, but I think that's going to work out just fine. Okay, I'm going to wash this stamp really quick because I don't want that dark blue in my Cloud Cover, and I want to stamp one of those on the inside. Dun, dun, dun. So let's do that again really quick, and then we'll finish up our card. Well, no, we could do some more stamping, and we'll finish up my card, and I'll go bowling, and you'll go finish your day. Okay, ink it up really good. We're going to get that center a little bit with our Secret C. Moisten that ink. Get the papers out of the way, and just stamp this down here in the corner like that. Boom. Really pretty. Okay, I'm going to stamp that little flower too. So we're done with you. Bring in that little flower and this piece, and we're going to do it the same way. I'm going to ink it up with my lighter Cloud Cover. And then we're going to do a little bit of stamping or sponging with our dauber. Try to keep it as close as I can to the center. Moisten that ink. Line it up. Take your time and just kind of hover and turn until it looks good. Set it down. I think I did pretty good on that one too. I'm going to put this away while that sets on my cardstock. And then looky there. Look how pretty that one turned out too. I love that little blue spot in the middle. I think that looks really good. Okay, I'm going to move my dauber so we don't get our ink all over. Bring in some Old Olive. Best color ever. Been around very long. Let me tell you a story about Old Olive. Okay, so I was at my daughter's school, and I believe she was in the 5th grade. And I'm sitting in the library, and her teacher comes in, and she says, "Hey, what the heck is Old Olive?" And I kind of looked at her like, that's kind of random. Where did that come from? And I said, "Well, it's the best color in the world. Why do you ask?" And she said, "Because I asked our class today, what's your favorite color? And your daughter told me Old Olive." I laughed so hard because, does that just sound about right? My daughter said that her favorite color was Old Olive. Not green, not pink, not whatever, but Old Olive. And the teacher just couldn't believe it. And I had to laugh. And I told her, well, I could see why, because that's the best color. And my daughter now is graduated. I mean, she's not in 5th grade anymore. That was a long time ago. I have a little mask here. I just keep it with my stamp set. I'm going to cover up that flower that we stamped here because I want to stamp my leaves behind my flower. So we're going to just do a little bit of masking. And I hope this turns out right. I don't know if I stamped my flower in the right spot. But I'm going to stamp off. Oh, wait here. Let me grab a scratch paper so I don't get it all over my mat because it is going to go off the edges. I don't know if this is going to look good or not. If not, we flip it over and try it again. But I'm kind of pushing really hard because I want it to go like next to the Post-it note. Let's see if we like our flower on the inside or not. Oh, yes we do. That turned out just dandy. Nice job, Kathy. Must be a Stampin' Day. This leaf didn't turn out as nice as I would like it. I could take my scissors and kind of trim the edges, but you know what? I'm going to just go with it. Okay, now we're ready to put our card together. So first of all, we can take this. I'm not going to stamp any words on the inside. If I decide to, before I mail it out, I will stamp them then. We're going to layer this on here, and I've already told you the dimensions, although like I said, they'll be on my gallery later this evening. And then this piece we're going to put on the inside of our card. Look, the back, no seam, very pretty. Like when that works out. Hopefully we can cover up that seam in the front, huh? Wouldn't that be something if we didn't? You'd be like, oh, it's not seamless, Kathy. We have a big old seam in the front. Okay, there we go. So cute. So I think what I decided is I want to put this piece down and then my flowers and that on top. Yes, so I'm going to put this down with some glue dots. I don't know if it's true, but I think the glue dots might stick to the ribbon a little bit better, and I want it to be like solid on there. So that's what I'm going to use. Got all the adhesives, might as well use them, right? So we'll put a few glue dots on here and then put this in the center. Is that in the center? Yeah, close enough. And it's the same size of our ribbon, so I think that looks really good. I'm going to put my flowers on with dimensionals, but first I'm going to attach my leaf. Yes, I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue. Yesterday, I fixed all my fine tip glue pen, or these thingies. I went to Onstage and took one with me, and we couldn't, he was like plugged. He worked before I left, but then when I got there, he's like, nope, no glue's coming out of me today. And then I got home and all my other ones were like clogged and weren't working, and I wasn't very happy. Yeah, the back of my card's gonna look okay too. Anyway, but I sat down last night and I made it so all of my tips on my pens work. Applicators, whatever those are called. So yay, that's a good feeling, I guess. I don't know why I shared that with you, but now you know. I'm gonna keep my dimensionals like on my flower, because my leaf is going to pop up over the edge here. It's going to hang out kind of this way, I'm thinking, like that. What do you think? I'm going to just slap him down there, and then if I don't like him, I'll move him around later. This little flower, dimensionals on him. I'll be honest with you, I don't usually make cards, although this one I kind of had an idea in my head on the fly. I usually practice and make them before, so that way when you see the finished project, you're not like, oh, Kathy, that was a nice try, but I know it works. But this one is going to be beautiful. I want to put this on dimensionals. So first of all, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this end and a little bit of glue on this end. And then that way that'll stick to the flowers. And I'm going to put a strip of dimensionals. Let's see if this is thin enough. Oh, it is. Look, I think it's going to work. And we'll just put a few little edge pieces, three little bumps. I'm going to even use my pokey tool to try to get it placed on there. Let's see if it's going to fit. It does fit, except I'm shaking. Does it show? Oh, just barely. What if we roll those down? No, it shows. I didn't get it all the way to the bottom. Look. Rats. I'm going to see if I can get that off of there, and if I have to put a new one on, but I want to move it closer to the bottom. All right, I'm going to have to get a new one. Has to be right on the edge of the bottom. I don't want it to show on the little pointy things on the top. And the pointy things are the dimensionals, what I'm talking about. 3 bumps worked out just right. See what I'm talking about? I'm talking bumps and points, and you guys are probably like, oh, Kathy, you need to go back to bed. Nope. I got my head on straight, just doesn't make sense. There, when I put it closer to the bottom, now my bumps don't show on the top. Nice. And now it's going to stick nicely right there in the center, those dimensionals holding up the middle, or the belly as I like to call it, and that glue stuck to my flowers. And look how pretty my card turned out. I absolutely love it. It opens up this way. You can still see those flowers peeking out in the back. The stamping on the inside I'm really happy with. Go, Kathy. Woohoo! It worked out. We need to add some embellishments on there, and I have them right here. So let's see, what color embellishments? I think I'm going to go with actually 3 different colors. I think up here, I want the dark. So I'm going to put a little secret C right here. No, it's a big secret C. And a little, come on, secret C right there. Yeah. And then I want some cloud covers on this portion here. There. Yeah. And this one, a little cloud cover. Well, he is not going to cooperate. Yes, he is, because guess what? I'm the boss. Okay, there we go. And maybe I want to put him right here in the center. That don't look bad. And then I think I'm actually going to take some green ones to tie in this green here and just set it there. What do you think? Should I have put this one in white? No, I don't like the green. Sorry, green. You're out. No green. I like that. I'm going to put another secret C on there. I'm going to put this one. Or no, cloud cover. That's not secret C. That cloud. There. I like that one. There we go. So there's the card. So thank you so much for this week. Joining me for all my swaps, putting up with all my craziness and all my talking. I try not to talk too much, but I like to talk a little bit. Hope you like this card. I hope this was the right card, that I cased the right card. If I didn't, Karen, be sure and let me know, and I will do the other ones. But I do plan to do those other cards I showed you in videos in the future. And then Monday about 1:30, my usual time for Facebook Live, I'm going to play with Paper Pumpkin. So be sure and come back and visit me then. Hey, Connie, I see you out there watching. Thank you for watching. And I'll see y'all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.